I sound okay?
Yeah.
How do I sound? Do I sound sexy or
Yeah,
cute?
you sound good.
Cute.
Sexy or cute or both.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Shut up! Cut it out!
Stop it! You're acting like a child.
You're driving me crazy too. I'm seeing things.
Hey!
Hey.
And
Hey.
welcome back to another week of Movie Night Raw. I'm Christopher. We're here with Michael, Dallas, and Kevin. And last week, if you did your homework, you watched Breaking Away, 1979 film. Mike was the one that suggested it, and it got chosen. This is the first big W this year for Mike. Insert clapping.
Yeah. I was a little worried, but I got one. Now we're all tied.
We are all tied. We're all tied.
Or you got two, Kevin?
No, I was just waving to see.
Yeah. Celebrating. We're all tied.
So Mike, tell us a little bit about it.
So I chose Breaking Away because our theme was Academy Award nominees for this month. That was our theme. And Breaking Away, it's kind of about some kids from a small town in Indiana. They're in that transition year when they're about to, I think they're graduated high school and they're about to enter college.
Right.
Not sure of what direction they're going to go in. And it's kind of just dealing with, that time in people's lives where they're going to grow up and become more adults, or, which way do they go? Which direction do they head in?
What am I doing with my life?
Yes. And it kind of all, is centered around in the town they're from, which is Indiana, or state they're from is Indiana. The town, I don't remember. Bloomington. Yeah. So there's a big bike race there, and that kind of becomes a big, yes. Dallas has got the
IU, baby.
the
My
logo.
girlfriend went there.
Yeah, before we started the pod, I was saying my girlfriend went to IU. She's
No way.
She's from Indiana.
Wait, the college they shot this at?
Yeah.
Damn.
She lived in Bloomington for a couple years, graduated there, and she grew up like an hour and 45 minutes from there.
Damn.
And she's seen this movie a few times.
Yeah.
For them.
She's seen it a few times?
Yeah. Yep. Her family too.
Well, I guess that's like, where we grew up. You gotta watch.
And Hannah's brother went there too, and that's where he met his wife.
Wow.
Like, they have a kid, so yeah. So yeah, I have a bunch of IU gear.
Well,
Sick.
I have to say I'd feel bad for the Loke dogs there being called cutters, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
that's kind of grim. Well, I mean, cutters in 1979 might have meant something different, but cutters now I associate with emo, trying to kill yourself.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it felt a lot like where we grew up, like as far as like, it's just classic. So many movies we see, I feel like, is like the preppy college kids versus like the local, like blue collar, and it's like no locals or whatever. And there's this kind of like look down upon thing that I've never really even understood.
Why do people hate the locals?
I don't get it. I don't know if it's like they only like people who are in this like this fleeting mentality, like I'm only in here and then I'm out, like I'm not a permanent thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, and they're like the rich college kids, that like I use a huge school and that they go there, and that's what they're saying. So many different people from all over go there, and like a lot of them are like pretentious and rich, and that's how they are.
Yeah, and entitled.
That's something I never understood either. It's just like, who do you think you are, like coming here saying, "Oh man, locals are trash"? I'm like, who do you think built and maintains this community? Who do you think built the roads? Who do you think runs the restaurant you like? Like, what I mean? I'm like, you don't make any sense.
Yeah, totally. Well, that's the thing. That's like still that like younger age, even, like you go off to college and you're still kind of like naive and like dumb in ways. And it's like, yeah, you're with your bros and you're thinking you're like better than people, and it just happens.
Right?
Mhm.
And I wonder if it's more of, I could, us all being from a small town, I especially definitely had the chip on my shoulder about rich people and
Yeah.
the people coming into the town, and they get to, come and be on vacation, and we were permanently there, even in the
Mhm.
like the darkness of the.
I did my time.
The off season.
We couldn't go anywhere. You know what it was? We were stuck there. So it's not by choice. So I'm sure maybe they have some of that feeling of being stuck and
Mhm.
that fear of just growing old there, like a loser, or
Totally.
what they think is a loser in their head,
Right?
And we
'Cause they're
probably
working
also
at like the AMP.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I like started to at a certain point probably be like a little prejudice about like summer rich kids, and probably unfairly, where it's like then I started judging in the same way, where it's like, oh, they're just, rich summer people. They're just gonna come here, like fuck shit up and then leave, and like,
Hey, they
know,
started it.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
It's very tribal type
But
shit.
I'd like to rise above them. I'd like to be,
No,
not
but we also, all of us have good friends that we all still talk to that summered in our town.
oh yeah. Mhm.
Chip. That's a big one. I know we all know.
Yeah. Chipper. But no, yeah, I mean, like it's kind of just how you're like perceiving it or your outlook on it, But if you're feeling trapped, it's like that you can definitely become resentful,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a cutter, and now I'm dating a summer girl.
Yo,
saying.
True.
Just
Mhm.
saying.
Yeah, Mike's a cutter too, but we're washer shorts.
I'm a fucking cutter. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a cutter bitch.
I'm a
I actually thought they were saying gutter the whole time with a G
Until you saw the shirt.
until they put the shirt on. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is gutter? Because gutter makes more sense to me. Like, like you're just local trash, or like you're trash, gutter punk or something.
stone cutters. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh,
I only figured that out when he was like, son, I used to love being a stone cutter. And I was like, oh, cutter. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's right.
No.
They showed them cutting the things too.
Yeah. And it's
oh my
cool.
god, that's
It's cool.
hilarious.
It's cool how they do that too, because it's like they drop the names like cutter, like just in casual dialogue, and then later, like that big speech that happens later in the movie, you get that information. You know what I mean? You get the backstory
Yeah.
of what it is.
Mm.
That was
Totally.
cool, and it's cool. Not to go too far, but when they finally do wear those shirts when they compete in the race, and they embrace who they are. They,
yeah, that's cool.
not like afraid, not like, oh, they're not ashamed of it anymore. It's like, this is who they are.
Yeah,
and
they're repping it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Quite a cast, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So we got
Awesome.
the curly haired man from
Daniel
Stern.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Daniel
was
Stern?
crazy. To see
So
him
young.
So young. I was like, obvious. I mean, I don't know if you guys, but in Home Alone, I'm like, that is an ugly motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But young Daniel Stern, pretty good looking guy.
Still a little awkward, lanky
as all hell.
little, yeah. But I'm saying much more so.
Yeah.
I was like,
A little softer on the eyes.
that.
Didn't grow
That is
into
the
his
way I should have
features.
said it, Kevin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
that-
like
The main dude I'd never
Yeah. I mean,
never heard of, never seen. The only thing I looked up his name because I was like, do I know? Why is this movie so? It's like nominated and it has even Oscars for screenplay, but I thought, why wouldn't I know this guy? The only thing I recognized him from in Google Images was like he's like one of Calvin Candy's people in Django Unchained. Like he's like in like his squad at his house, like, and he
Come on.
has like maybe 2 lines. Like I'd never seen this guy. I don't know if you guys did.
Holy shit.
no.
No. Well, his name's Dennis Christopher.
Maybe he was
Well,
popular before this, you know what I mean? And then like fell off.
Yeah.
Kind of like Timothy Hutton type, like Ordinary People.
I'm
Which one's
looking at
Timothy
yeah.
Hutton?
there's just like those 80s actors that get really big, like Anthony Michael Hall, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
and then they fall off, and then Anthony Michael Hall's in Dark Knight, but you just don't recognize him anymore because he's not like a leading type man.
Like the Weekend at Bernie's guys.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Like they were poised to be like maybe the next thing, and it just didn't quite.
I mean, he did, but that guy, I don't know, the Italian kid, I can't remember his name, but
They were also terrible actors, though.
I mean, they're like young, but like it's like
maybe it was the director. I don't know, but everything was just like,
yeah.
No, I mean, like, go on.
I was just gonna say the Italian dude. His name was Dave Stoller. The character
Dave Stoller.
Dave.
Okay, yeah. No, there are like, I mean, there are scenes where it's like they hold on it, like it's like one shot almost, and they just like let it play out, and I feel like there's like a momentum that goes. It feels natural, they're back and forth, their dialogue, but I mean, it is a little like cheesy,
Definitely.
or like they're inexperienced as well, but there are cool moments,
Speaking of cheesy, real quick, remember when he's like riding his bike on the highway right behind like the semi, and they
Dude,
go to
I
that
thought
like
that
really
sequence-
no that was
Why?
real that was really cool, but the the really wide shot, and it's just like clearly it was like attached to the thing, and it was just like really fake, just like going right with it. That was hilarious.
Wait, was it attached to it?
It had to have been, right?
It looked good,
Because it
but
looked
had
like
to
he
have
was
been.
hauling ass.
Yeah.
See, I had a feeling you like this was gonna come up because I was like that sequence was really cool, and then like how they chose to do that like deep like it's like a long lens shot, I think, so it looks compressed, and it's just panning, like it's a long pan, from like left to right, or whatever, left to right or right to left, and I don't know. It besides the fact that it's not like increasing in speed and it's kind of just the same speed as the truck, it does.
Yeah, it was a good follow.
It's effective. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like it like because we don't see that wide shot up until I feel like at that point. So it's a cool. I don't know. It just peaks almost.
Yeah, you're right. And like, because I was like, whoa, like it's long enough where you're like, oh, okay, like is that fake? But then I'm looking and I'm like, oh, there's nothing there that you can see, and it's like,
and it's like
it's good.
It's almost like panning from like 180 degrees. You know what I mean? It's like going.
Yeah.
This.
Now that you say that,
it's like long and like I don't know, and the backgrounds like looks faster that way, kind of. You know what I mean? Besides the subject that you're focusing on.
Yeah, that was really cool.
When I was watching it, I was like, there's no fucking way anyone's gone 60 miles an hour on a bike. Like, this is such a gag. And I looked it up, and I guess like the record for riding a road bike is 82 miles an hour.
Wow.
Using just leg power. Well, that's what it said was leg power.
I wonder if that's downhill, like just hauling, like,
or if it's like the short like circle one that they do. They go really fast.
Or maybe it's just the gears, you know what I mean? Like maybe once you get up to a certain momentum, you know what I mean? If you punch up the gears, then you're I don't know.
Well, they were saying professional cyclists, like Tour de France, whatever, they can easily achieve 45 miles an hour. But then they were saying the record holder using just leg power, 82 miles an hour.
Wow.
That is like when I'm in my car going 82.
Yeah, that's
fast.
Yeah, on
really
a bike.
Those legs must be going so fast.
Right? Or he has like massive gears on that thing.
Yeah.
God,
dude, the speed wobbles, like they're cut to a shot where it's like it was going like this, and I was like, dude, that's sketchy.
Well, I've been riding a road bike a lot since the pandemic, and one day it was windy and there was this big gust, and it really almost took the bike out from under me.
Wow.
Like it's hard to balance on those. Like really, this gust of wind hit me. I almost ate it. Shit. I didn't eat it that time, but I ate it because I have the clip-in shoes. One time I was going across the street, there was this car coming. Couldn't stop fast enough, hit a stop sign straight on. Ooh. And then since my feet were clipped in, I just tipped over like cow tipping.
So how do you, if you have to break out your feet, I mean, how do you just have to pull really hard or like how?
Yeah, you like twist your ankle to the side and to snap out.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're
you like slide it out like to the side.
Yeah, slide it out like that, but it like snaps out. It's pretty hard to do. Like you can't do it at the snap of a finger. Like
I like the sequence of him like souping up that shittier bike at the end and like
Classic.
Classic like
a hero putting on new armor. You know what I mean?
like a Rocky training sequence or like
I like that too.
The spokes where that's such a cool little tool how you like it would like catch on the wheel and then he like straightened it and then it was just perfect and like went right through
and you would hear it. It's like there's a sound.
Yeah, it's cool too.
Yeah. I like that.
I was thinking about like those sequences because there's like Gleaming the Cube, another 80s skateboarding movie where the hero like he gets defeated and then he gets like a new skateboard and he's like doing the same thing, like rebuilding the board and just like it's classic, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the fucking dad's. I feel like the dad's performance in it it's funny, but like it's just like it's kind of one note the entire time. He's like, "What are you doing? What is he doing again?"
Yeah. I didn't like the dad.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the beginning. He was the worst.
I mean,
he's like, well, he's not dead yet.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a job.
It's what was that whole bit on him wanting to be Italian though? That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's what
passion, dude.
This won an Oscar. This was nominated for best actress, the mom in the supporting role, best picture, best director, best music, and it won an Oscar for best screenplay. I was kind of scratching my head the whole time, like this is not like I don't know what the competition was that year.
Right.
I looked it up, and the competition was Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
So
Kramer versus Kramer won that year, I think.
Yeah, which I still haven't seen. Is that really good?
It's a family drama. It's like a small like Dustin Hoffman like it's kind of about who gets the child after a divorce. So it's like
this movie won Best Picture?
No, it was nominated.
Yeah,
it lost to Kramer versus Kramer, and it was also nominated with Norma Ray, Apocalypse Now, and all that jazz. I'm just amazed, like it being. I don't know. Maybe it's just my opinion, but like being put in like alongside Apocalypse Now, it just kind of felt like I don't know, like a great, like a really solid, like Lifetime or like Disney movie or something. It didn't really feel
for
like
sure.
Yeah.
No, I definitely wouldn't put it on the same plane as Apocalypse Now. Oh man, I mean,
yeah, like it almost has parallels to like like Stand By Me or like those coming of age tales, you know.
Totally.
It's when it felt like that, especially when it's set up in the beginning and they're like walking to the quarry. But that's cool too. Like you're getting a little peek into their world and like the quarry, like that becomes a big part of, their history. The cutting and
that was a cool set.
Yeah. Dennis Quaid, dude.
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid was
jacked.
I was gonna say that.
Six pack.
I had a fucking boner for him.
Yeah, dude.
It's like
Greek god over there.
Yeah. I was like, how is he so ripped? Like it seemed like it was like he had like a modern set of abs. It was like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he was so ripped. But don't you guys think, I mean, so he was quarterback and he's like, I can never light up a cigarette because I always think I gotta stay fit to be a quarterback again. And then when he starts riding the bike in the final race, like I was like, he's gonna win the race for everyone.
Yeah.
But he tapped out after like 2 laps. I thought that was gonna be the story arc, like, he's been, waiting for this moment just as much as the rest of them. And, he's also staying fit. But
that's how I wanted it to kind of end. Like I thought it was cool how they all had to like help each other and like it wasn't like I guess they still did all contribute, but like that it wasn't just this main guy's journey, but like with the help of his friends he was able to get there. And I guess that still is kind of the ending. He just like finishes it up at the very end.
Right.
Well, yeah. Well, to go on that point, it's kind of interesting because it seems like those guys that have like a peak high school experience where they have a very ego centric, like they are the shit. It's probably harder for them to cope and move on in life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to transition, and some of them just stay behind and get stuck there in that town forever. Whereas the other guys who kind of weren't like, were more just whatever, like they can kind of cope. And because like Dennis Quaid character was useless in the bike race. He wasn't useless, but it's just like he was just so like resentful and just bitter that he wasn't able to help. Where it's like that, then the little guy who you might underestimate was able to rise to the occasion and be a team player, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was going to be at first. Like, I thought Dennis Quaid was going to be the main character because I felt like in the first scenes, like he was kind of like the center of everything. And
yeah,
the shift from kind of like him being front center to Dave Stoller was kind of abrupt for me. Like, oh, okay, now it's this guy. Okay, so focus on this guy.
Not to mention he was like doing the Italian thing.
Exactly. Like that almost seems like a side character, like a little funny beat where that would be another character, not like the main character,
Yeah.
This is they say this was a comedy, but I'm like, do you think before they made the movie they were like, yeah, this is going to be a comedy, or it just turned out that way?
No, I mean it had to be. That's all dialogue, and then him shaving his legs. Like they're all very like comedy beat. Like,
did anyone notice when he shaved? So he shaves his legs. Then the next scene, they're at the quarry. Hairy legs. Hairy legs.
Let's get that on IMDb. That's a goof.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to see. I was like, I want to see how clean cut he is. I saw them hairs. I saw them hairs on the grainy 1979 film. His hair is still there. Dude, like 2 minutes in when Dennis Quaid goes into the refrigerator, I was like, they're killing Dennis Quaid off in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. Right.
And he smashes his head and he's just
profusely
bleeding, like
almost drowned.
Yeah, I love how he almost drowned.
I do like
I shouldn't say that, but
I like the point that like those dudes like have so much to prove that they're just willing to go to like the limit, and beyond what a normal person would do. They're gonna risk it all, put themselves in danger.
It's like a wild animal, those other guys show up at the quarry and he's like, and he gets up on the other rock and he's just instantly like, he just wants to like sparkle. Yeah, a little something.
Totally, dude. It's like his territory.
I'm just saying, would you guys ever have a impromptu swim race with a summer kid if you're wearing jorts and he's in a Speedo?
That was such a funny race too. They like met up like together and then they just like went.
That was so silly.
It's like they knew. They're like, okay, here we go.
I thought they were gonna fight in the water. I thought they were swimming to each other
too.
to just fight and drown. Like,
how's this gonna go?
I'm just saying, I'm never gonna like race someone like that out of the blue. Maybe ever, but I'm not a competitive person.
But dude, don't you feel like that was our like growing up? Like,
yeah, growing up, I was down at Oyster Pond just racing people.
No, but like going to parties with like summer kids and then trying to outdo them or like
like playing beer pong or
rowdy.
something, or
just scare them into like, who are these kids? Like it's like you have so much to prove. And
well, we felt cooler because we were year round.
Because we were cooler.
It's like we got respect, and like people would invite us to parties. They're like, oh, they're from Chatham, like.
Yeah.
And it turns out we are cool, and we did, like you said, we met a lot of cool friends from the summer and shit like that.
Dude,
townies. But our term was townies. The negative, like, it wouldn't be if you were being referred to as a townie or those townies, like, wasn't really a good thing.
No. What? At least they didn't call us like, oh, those are some netters.
Yeah, netters, clammers. Literally
Oh,
was
here
a
are the
clamor.
fucking clammers coming back.
It smelled like fucking.
What are you gonna
rotten
hit me with your
clams.
clam rake?
Glamours.
Low tide. Yeah, dude.
I was working on like a while ago, like outlining a script kind of like this with this sort of like hometown like clamors, against
Rivalry.
summer kids, like kind of like that show like Outer Banks. There's been so many like versions of this.
Yeah.
I mean, every like just Summer Catch, like you're saying, like so many times it's locals, underdogs versus rich or educated or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So common.
totally.
Blue collar
just-
versus popped collar.
Yeah, it's like in Caddyshack where it's always like the rich or like someone's coming in to buy the thing and they're gonna change it and
Right. Kind
so
of, yeah.
common.
Right.
There was just a recent like park and rec meeting, and it was all about like duck hunting in Chatham.
Oh
And,
yeah.
like I didn't even really know that was like a thing, and like that's what they were saying. All these people come into town and they don't know the laws, and they go down to like Forest Beach, and
I
there's
saw
like,
that in the paper.
yeah, there's like an area where they can just like shoot ducks and like wrangle them like
wow.
on land or in the boat, and yeah, like there's like all the hunters there, and like they're just arguing, and it's true, like the hunter, it is legal, so the hunters have the right to hunt and kill the ducks, but
Is
at
it
the
kind of
same
a
time,
rich thing? Like the people who are doing that are like
No,
summer
I think
people?
it's the locals.
it's locals,
Oh.
but I'm sure but they said a lot of visitors in the summer come, and I'm sure they are rich hunters, they say they leave their shells everywhere, and they don't clean up and break laws and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there's
they
like
were
illegal
they
ways
were
to
duck
hunt,
hunting
but
like weeks after duck hunting season had ended,
yeah, stuff like that too.
which is like you can't be doing that.
But yeah, it happens. It's like, yeah, like the how people that own houses there go down to the beach and walk, and then they see people with shotguns there. It's just like crazy.
Yeah.
They're just
So
like
is it-
walking their little dogs with a little coffee.
Not to put anyone on blast, but like some old lady was there, and she's like, "I'm afraid to go out like 3 months out of the year. All my neighbors, we don't leave the house."
I'm sure there was,
People
dude.
with
There's always a
guns.
fucking old lady
That's
there
it.
at those
The
meetings
guy's
that
like,
are like,
lady, like, he got up to, rebuttal, and he's like, yeah, we're allowed to. It's legal. Like, when's the last time there was an accident? We know what we're doing. Yeah, just whatever.
yeah, it's
But
like,
yeah,
dude,
it's just a tough subject.
yeah. Totally.
In the hunter's defense, I guess I was actually just looking this up, but I guess like bird shot, it only goes like 25 feet,
Yeah.
which is
Oh.
crazy.
Like he can't really get hurt. Like I don't even know if you can kill someone.
Like 25 feet is not far at all.
Yeah.
I was
They
actually
should've-
surprised.
They should have mentioned that in the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was curious
Maybe
because
they did.
there was people duck hunting in our pond behind our place.
Oh yeah.
They were like, I mean, they were close.
I mean, I was there
To
with
me,
you that
I
one
was-
day when we heard something.
Yeah, they were firing off, and I could like see the whites in this guy's eyes, and he's just like just looking at me and murdering ducks, and I was like, "Is this guy right or wrong?" So I had to look it up, and he's right, I guess.
Yeah.
In your backyard.
He can do that. He can do that if he wants. If he wants to look
Just
at
be
me
careful
and
of
murder
Pluto.
animals. Yeah, Pluto looks like a duck, so
Yeah.
Hey, have
Oh.
I been chunking at all? Is my
No.
connection clear?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
very clear. Well, I was gonna say, what are the parallels between the used car dealership
Yeah,
from,
that was funny.
from used cars and this movie? I mean, it almost looked like the same dealership, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Same vibes.
I almost had a double take. I was like, wait a minute, am I watching the right movie?
I
And it
know.
was so crazy. Like the dad was like so adamant about like his son like working, and then he's just like,
You gotta do
dude,
what
you're-
I do."
You're a used car salesman, like you're a sleazebag.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, but that's
But-
the thing, you know what I mean? That's the point. And it's like,
Yeah, and he
sure
does
we all
work
feel
and
that. It's
has a
like, hey,
house.
the parents want you to do better or do good, you know what I mean? But like they don't, it's like they don't want you to think you're better than them or whatever. It's like this, they want you to go ahead, but not too far, or like this
But
another
you
trap.
know, I think we were far enough into it. Like the dad, he comes around.
He does. Yeah. That
You
was a nice
know,
moment. Yeah.
yeah,
I was on board when he's like, he finally makes the decision to kind of go down to the race and watch his son.
yeah, drives down.
Yeah, that was cool.
He puts it on the radio and listens to it in his car, has some pizza,
Yeah.
and then drives down and yeah. But he's like
Yeah.
listening. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
You guys have a favorite part of this movie?
Yes, the fight.
Oh my
fight
god.
And the bowling ball stuck on his
Oh,
Dude, yes.
That was good.
forgot about that.
Dude, that was so funny.
yeah, such a mess.
I
Yeah,
loved
well,
that.
Like, so yeah, like a lot of that stuff, it was just it was like too over the top. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Also, the bowling ball, you could tell it was made of just fucking like styrofoam. Like he was swinging it with such ease, and it was just
Yeah.
like that thing is plastic. Like,
And then the glass shattered, and it was so fake.
yeah.
Dude,
Terrible sound effects.
I really like the that truck sequence.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Just because I like how I like the music overall, like how it's very playful, and it even reminds me of the Goonies, like because
Mhm.
Goonies has like Italian kind of like like Italian music, because that's a part of the theme and or character in Goonies. One of the
Yeah.
guys like sings opera,
Yeah.
but like there are some good Italian pieces that help give it a playful vibe, you know?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
feel that.
Do you have a favorite scene, Chris?
I was just trying to think of one. I mean, I need to think a little more. Kevin bringing up that fight scene.
Yeah, I forgot
That
about the
one
whole
was
bowling
pretty
ball.
good. I want to say that one might have been one of my favorites too. But
Dallas, you have a favorite?
I liked, you know, when they won the race. And I was
Yeah.
going to say this earlier, like even the yuppies, like, you know, he gave them like that smile at the end and like, you know, of like approval. It's just like, all right, yeah, they did earn it.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I liked that. Kind of corny.
I wish, well, we didn't even talk about this yet. Can we talk about how excited Dave Stoller was to meet the Italians?
Yeah.
And then the Italians they threw a wrench through his fucking tire during the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
that's
like,
right.
everyone cheats, Papa.
Dude, I wish they went more into that. I wish they like confronted them after the race and been like, man, I was so excited to meet you guys, but fuck you guys, you know, or something.
I think I think that's a pretty important like lesson, and seems like always what it's like as far as just building something up in your head, and you're like, this is the thing I need, and it's going to be like this, and it's going to be perfect, and then realizing it's not that, but like not being discouraged and being like, oh, okay, like I still love the sport, I don't need to be Italian or whatever, and like these guys are assholes. But that's happened to me, so I'm sure you guys too. Like you build something up in your head, and then you get there and you're like, wow, okay, it's not all peaches and cream.
right.
Yeah. It's
You-
like,
you
but
hype
like,
it up too much to yourself.
Yeah.
but like that, you know, that's probably, you know, it's probably why he has the Italian obsession. You know what I mean? It's kind of his outlet to escape.
Yeah.
That it's so foreign, you know what I mean, that he can latch onto it and be like, it's an escape out of that town, you know. But you know, it's like then he gets the real world burn of like, it's not what you think, like you're saying. But
Well, that's just a scumbag move.
yeah, but so often like
Yeah.
but often like with life, it's like those, you're a little too idealistic about, you know, what you think it's going to be, because you don't have experience, you don't know really, but you're gravitated towards it, and if you can recognize that, like it got you out of the town in a way, you know what I mean, you were able to escape
Yeah.
long enough to build something that, you know what I mean, and not just be like all discouraged. where it's like that Dennis Quaid's character doesn't have necessarily something that he's building on. It's like he's like living in the past and kind of.
Dude, they were so well. They all worked at the A&P together, the group of the 4 boys. Remember the A&P? We used to have one in Chatham.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder if that's out of business forever. It's just A&P is just like a supermarket. It's like Stop and Shop.
I was a summer kid back then. That's
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even really.
'Cause
I
I
just
live across from the
remember
street.
the A&P. I don't remember like being in there.
I went to that AMP all the time. Then that the West Chatham one, not the one down
where a
there,
job
yeah,
lot is.
yeah, that's the one I went to a lot. I used to steal
Oh, okay.
candy from there. Those little things.
Mike,
Wow.
allegedly.
I'll edit that out.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Very
Well, I like
nice.
that little guy too. The shorter guy. He's in he like plays Freddy Krueger, I think, in the newer Freddy Krueger movies.
Oh, really?
oh wow.
He has like a crazy looking face.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's like kind of like a like classic geek.
His
Yeah.
teeth were crazy too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I know. But he's pimping. He's getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to rate this hog?
Yeah.
Let's rate it. Mike starts. It's your W.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 because I thought it was solid. I enjoyed it. I didn't know, like, just in the beginning, I was like, I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I was liking the dynamic between the just the boys, kids, teenagers hanging out, and just kind of that it's like us hanging, 4 guys, like those vibes. And it's cool how the plot evolves, and then it, because you initially go into this knowing it's about like a bike race, but you just don't know how they're gonna get to the bike race. So it's cool watching that progression.
I agree.
Yeah, 7.5.
Nice.
What do you think, Chris? Or do you want to skip to someone else as you do your research?
No, I'm not doing research.
Okay.
No, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a straight 7.
Nice.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was fun to watch, and it was fun to see a lot of the familiar faces back when they were younger, and good watch. I would recommend it, especially to a cyclist.
Yeah, I was thinking about you with your cycling. It's like, Chris
Yeah, it
is
was
probably
fun.
like, this is what it's like.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh yeah. What do you think, D?
Well, yeah, my score that I gave it initially was also a 7.0.
No.
Yeah, just like we all said, yeah, I enjoyed it. Good cycling movie. I love it's IU. You can bring it up with like, Hannah's parents now too, which is cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd recommend it. It's like we've all said, like it's cool how they started Daniel Stern's like breakout film. Just good stuff. Good stuff all around. Good watch. I want to mention too, like you always see those like classic road bikes from like the 70s, like
Yeah.
today, like for sale all over, and like yeah, it's so funny. So like like I don't know.
Old school.
Brittle, it feels like.
Yeah. My dad has one. It's really
Oh yeah.
it's very fun, but it's like, yeah, it's so old and mechanical and like clanky and
The fucking gears, dude, how it's in that center thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's so weird.
little levers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go, Kevin?
I'm gonna go 6.3.
Nice.
I liked it. I was entertained. I thought it was like, it wasn't like too like slower in any parts, but also just didn't think it was like that special. Like I didn't feel anything that was like, oh, I get why it's been showered with nominations and won an Oscar. And I don't know, maybe it's more of a cult classic. Seems like a lot of people. Seems like maybe because in searching it and like looking up Breaking Away, like it seemed like to have kind of like it wasn't as obscure as I thought it was. Seemed to have like a lot of people who really love it. Yeah, it was fun.
Maybe culturally like it's so weird to think that Kramer versus Kramer movie beat Apocalypse Now, but maybe like the climate at the time or culturally, like it's just
trends and
like that the wholesome feeling, you know what I mean, is what people maybe coming out after Vietnam and stuff, and maybe the last thing they wanted was another war movie, or
that's a good point.
Like they wanted
that is.
Yeah, it's good. I keep forgetting this movie was like nominated that many times too. So it's cool.
It is cool.
Damn.
So
Rex. This week's Rex. Who's gonna win?
Oh baby.
Who will win?
Mike, you go first because you won last week.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with another Academy Award nominated movie.
Ooh, buddy.
Which is nominated this year. And it is a foreign movie called Drive My Car. And that is on HBO Max. I don't know exactly
Korean film?
Yeah. Yeah. Or Japanese.
Okay.
But
Asian.
Asian, yeah. And I think it's about like someone hiring someone to drive them around. And
yeah,
it's kind of like I
was gonna wreck this last week.
Yeah, like Driving Miss Daisy, maybe similar plot if you know that film. But let me just fucking pull up this motherfucking synopsis real quick so you guys can listen. An aging widowed actor seeks a chauffeur. The actor turns to his go-to mechanic, who ends up recommending a 20-year-old girl. Despite their initial misgivings, a very special relationship develops between the two. So, and it's a short story based on a Haruki Murakami story, which I really like that author. He has a lot of cool novels like 1Q84, if you've seen that, or The Wind Up Bird Chronicle. They're cool. Like
short story, but not a short movie, coming in at 2 hours and 59 minutes.
It's a lot. I didn't want to say that, Dallas, but you guys have been warned.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think, Kevy?
I have a movie. Mine is The Walk. Another Robert Zemeckis.
Buddy.
It's stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'd seen the documentary Man on Wire years ago, and I was just like really blown away. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but I'd highly recommend it. It's this friend. You seen it? You seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's this guy Philippe Petit, who's a French wire walker, and he did all these like death-defying wire walks, and he eventually did the World Trade Center, walked between them in 1974, and like had
in
to
2002.
Yeah, in 2002. It was amazing. I don't even know how he did it. And I think he did they had to have like a whole almost like a bank heist type setup of like dropping them off and like sneaking into the building and getting to the top, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't know about nominations and stuff, but yeah, should be fun.
That
cool.
Sounds cool. I like that.
Zemeckis.
Yeah. Dallas, what you got?
Well, I have the film that I picked this week is a movie that just dropped today, March 18th, 2022, starring 3 actors, Jason Segel, Lily Collins, and Jesse Plemons.
Oh, yeah.
Windfall. And it's about a man breaks into a tech billionaire's empty vacation home, but things go sideways when the arrogant mogul and his wife arrive for a last-minute getaway. And it's like the writer that wrote Seven. And like this, And the director
Andrew Walker, I think his name.
is Charlie McDowell. Yeah, he did this one movie, like the one I love that I happened to see, which is like a similar vibe to this.
The
Like
one I
all, like,
see is that Sandra Bullock?
the one I love
Okay.
came out in 2014. This was like
Uh-huh.
Elizabeth Moss.
Okay.
What's this one called?
This one's called Windfall. One
Oh, yeah.
word.
And is it on? Do you say what it
It
was
dropped on Netflix today.
Nice.
Ooh, baby.
Get that new.
Well, I need to take a pee break and then we'll vote.
Well, what's your movie?
Yeah. Are you gonna tell us when you get back?
He just leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read like it's just the three of them, like the whole movie. So
Oh, right.
which could
Cool.
be cool.
Funny Netflix too, because they did that other small set drama with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
They're saving money, kind of.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
Mhm.
Nice, dude. There's also that like a new movie on Hulu with Ben Affleck that I think that came out today or recently.
Oh yeah, that
A
looks
thriller.
good too.
Yeah, I might check that out too.
With his ex.
Wait, which
like
one?
Ben's ex. It's like on us, Asa or something.
Oh, he was with her. Oh, I wonder if they shot that. Were they together when they shot it, or is it?
Not sure.
Probably.
Oh yeah, Ana de Armas. Yeah, the girl that she was in the Bond movie. Adrian Lin directed that. He did like the early '90s Michael Douglas, like Fatal Attraction, or those, like he did a couple of those types of movies back in the day.
Chris, what's
Cool.
yours?
Oh my god, I didn't even go yet. Wow. I'm really excited about this one. It came out in 2021. So, it's really old. But it's called Coda, Coda.
Whoa,
Have you heard of this?
I have. It's getting a lot of buzz.
A lot of buzz. It stands for Children of Deaf Adults. So it's this girl, Ruby. Both of her parents are deaf, but she can hear. And she just finds herself between continuing her family's fishing business out of Gloucester, Massachusetts, or going to Berklee College of Music in Boston and pursuing her musical career, which is, I was going to say taboo, but I wouldn't say taboo, but, her parents don't even need to say it, I guess. I don't know. They can't hear music.
Yeah.
Looks really good. Beantown film. It won 4 things in Sundance. Looks good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And New England. Come on.
All right, let me just tell you
100%.
guys what I got a prediction about this vote. I think it's gonna be a sweep with who wins.
I think so too.
Okay.
I know you're talking about me, right?
I know. I'm like, who are you talking
I
about?
know. I don't know. I hope it's me, but I guess we'll just vote now.
I'm obviously talking about my own movie. But
Here, I'm throwing them in the thing.
I'm ready.
And then we can vote. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, I'm not. I gotta type mine in. 1 sec.
Take your time. Take your time.
Do. What movie are you gonna pick this week? What movie are you gonna pick? All right. Ready? Let's send them in now.
Yeah,
As I
Wow.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, dude.
Is that what you're thinking?
Nice.
Yes.
Dude, it looks good.
It's kind
Yeah,
of the
it does.
most. Yeah.
I was
I'm not gonna
okay.
lie to you, ass. Oh, we got to tell them what it is.
And it just came out.
So
we gotta
Everyone
tell 'em-
can-
we gotta
And that's
tell-
the episode.
Yeah, we got to tell them what it is. So this week we're watching Windfall. Kudos to Dallas. That means you
Nice.
got to bring donuts and coffee for everyone next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Dallas, nice work, dude.
I
Nice
just
work
want to
taking down
say
my car,
I'm
too.
not gonna lie. I thought when you said sweeping decision, it was going to be mine.
No.
No, not one
I want to
person
see Drive My Car
voted
though.
for mine
me
at
too.
all.
I just
no
feel
one,
like
no one voted for mine.
it's the most like I feel like it's the most common denominator movie in a way. Like
I pulled out all the stops on this one. Berkeley College of Music.
Yeah, but that's like an act.
Fucking-
It's like a artsy, like dramatic movie.
Yeah, bro. And
Nothing wrong with that.
Gloucester, Massachusetts
Hey,
kid.
Yeah,
we need to
no.
get back to our roots to some thrillers.
Yeah, I know. It's a cabin in the woods. Some
Been a
woods,
while.
Yeah, I know. Girls getting, in bad situations.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I
Kidnapped.
want to say this one thing. So I did some cinematic sightseeing yesterday for St. Patrick's Day on season 0 of Movie Night Raw. We watched this movie called The Tender Bar. It's an Amazon original with Ben Affleck. And so we went to the bar that it was shot at, and the bartender there, I was asking him about it, and he was like, yeah, I was here for like the whole filming, whatever. And he was like, Ben Affleck showed up and was just like leaning against the door with a giant black Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee and was hacking a dart. And I was like, there's like all these pictures of him doing that, and he had no clue about that. And I was like, I can't believe that's real. I thought that was like an act. But he was like, no, that's what he was doing like the whole time.
Wow.
That's great.
Isn't that so
That's
funny?
awesome.
I was like, couldn't
Yeah.
believe he said that. I was like,
He's living up to the Ben Affleck character.
yeah. And then the bartender said, he was just like, you can take the man out of Southie, but you can't take Southie out of the man. And I thought that was funny.
Totally, dude. So funny. It's nice, dude.
Well, nice. Yeah, I guess Lily Collins is married to this director.
Oh shit.
Who's Lily? I don't know who Lily Collins is. Is she in anything else?
Let me see.
Well, fuck. Thank you guys.
Oh, the Emily in Paris TV series. She's Emily.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Let's all say our goodbyes now to everyone that's listening.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
And we'll see you next week with, what is it, D?
Windfall.
Thanks.
Thank
See ya.